All right. Ohio State travels to Champaign this week. I think, in my opinion, this is hammer to nail. I've been down on Illinois all year. They had a nice win against USC. I thought they kind of righted the ship enough, even though that game was super wacky and could have went either way. But I think Ohio State, we're not talking about them much, but if they go into Champaign and drop, just like Indiana did, and drop a big number on this Illinois team, I think they will. And I think I have Ohio State as my number one team right now in my ratings.
Sure.
I think I would not bet Illinois in this spot. It's either Ohio State or pass.
I'm going Ohio State, but they're going to have to work to get it. I remember Illinois is a funky program. And this, I know what happened 10, 15 years ago doesn't matter to now. But there are instances with Illinois is just kind of one of those programs where out of the blue, something happens in Champaign. Weird things happen in Champaign. Brett Bielema sometimes gets his guys to another level. The Indiana game was just they had the wrong game plan. They for whatever reason, whatever they coached up that team to do for Indiana was the complete wrong way to analyze it, and they never got it. And they were missing all their defensive backs in that game. Everyone was hurt, and Mendoza just picked them apart. I don't think Illinois wins, but I think you are really, really concerned until late. I think Ohio State, because remember, Ohio State only has the one road game this year. It was 13-6. Ohio State-Washington until 11 minutes to go in the game.
And then the defense just slammed the door. I agree. That's how the game
That's what I think is going to happen.
It feels like it's a nip-and-tuck game, and then Illinois eventually has to open things up to chase it because they're down 7 to 10 points in the fourth quarter, and that's when Ohio State just nails it home.
Luke Altman, with that
I think they win by more than 2 touchdowns, though. I think they win by 17 to 21 points. I think it's 31-10, something like that. 31.
Without looking, as I'll quiz you on this. Give me Luke Altmaier completion percentage, touchdowns, and interceptions through 6 games this year.
It's probably pretty good because they run a super check with me RPO offense. So it's probably a high completion rate with a lot of touchdowns and not a lot of picks. That's what I would guess.
Yeah, he actually doesn't run that much. He actually is negative yards on the year.
Well, that's because of the sacks. That's because of the
He's
sacks.
hitting 74% of his
runs are.
And that's the problem. They're not going to be able to hold up against the line.
Sacks. I mean, he's got a lot of design runs this year. He's a run. That is an RPO offense. I've watched a couple of them. I've watched a couple of their games this year.
He runs a little bit, but 74%, 12 touchdowns, no picks. He's hitting 10 over close to 11 yards per pass.
Yeah, he's been really
This
good.
is a this is the one cautionary thing, and again, I'm picking Ohio State with the cover too.
I thought Washington was really good too with Coleman and Damon Williams, and they couldn't do a damn thing against us at home. They couldn't do a damn thing against this Ohio State with Ohio State traveling across the country.
That passing game is not the same. Ohio State has not been stress tested yet, and that includes Texas when it comes to the passing games. This is the best passing game it's played so far. So again, if you're one of those in-game players, I could see all of a sudden social media erupting that it's Illinois 10-0 after the first quarter.
I would bet Ohio State immediately.
And then just hang with it, and then eventually, dear Lord, Ohio State
Illinois wants to drag you down into the muck and drown you, right? They're 123rd in tempo. They don't throw it a ton, but they're effective when they do. They want to slow this game down to a grinding, bloody halt. So that's probably how the first half will go. And then Ohio State will go into the locker room. They'll make their adjustments. They'll be up 17-10 at the half or 13-10 at the half or something like that.
We lose you there?
And then all of a sudden in the second half, I think that's when the hammer comes down.
I don't know if your thing just froze there for the last 13 seconds. I don't know if that was my end.
I think I'm okay. It did froze up for a minute, but I'm good right now. At least
Illinois is pretty good in the time possession battle, and they do chuck it a lot. But again, they're gonna test this secondary for that. We're gonna learn a little something about this Ohio State defense. But again, over the course of the game, the lines are just gonna come through for the Buckeyes.